All right, let's get right into it. Today we're taking a close look at a program that says it has figured out how to get people into some of the most elite jobs in finance. We're going to dive into the TrendUp Now program, and we're doing it all based on a deep dive review from someone who just went through the whole thing.
You know, it's the big question, right? How do you actually get a job at a top hedge fund or a proprietary trading firm? It's a world that can feel completely locked down, like this exclusive club where no one tells you the secret handshake.
And that's really the heart of it. We're talking about the buy-side challenge. It's all about cracking that code. For so many talented people, just finding a clear path forward feels, well, just about impossible.
So, how do you tackle a challenge like that? Well, according to this review, one potential answer is to find a structured path. And that's where the TrendUp Now L-Program comes in.
Okay, so what does this journey actually look like? It's laid out here in 5 distinct steps. You start with 3 core courses, L1, L2, and L3. Then you earn a specialized credential, the CFOA, and it all culminates in the capstone experience, the SRP. Let's dig into each of these pieces. So first up, you've got the core program. This is all about building that foundational expertise, moving from L1 all the way through to L3. Now, this is a really important point from the review. Progression isn't automatic, it's earned. Each level is designed to be a filter, which means if you make it through, you know you're surrounded by people who are just as sharp and prepared as you are. And they actually put a number on that selectivity, which is pretty interesting. Only about 2/3 of participants move on from each stage. So what does that tell you? It's a signal that the people who complete the program are truly top tier. So what's the actual instruction like? The review highlights 4 key things. First, you're learning from people who are doing this stuff for a living right now. Active professionals from hedge funds and family offices. The whole thing is focused on hands-on, actionable strategies. And this is huge. The curriculum is built for the real world, not for a textbook. Best of all, it's designed so you can do it while working or studying full-time. And you can see how it all stacks up logically. You start in L1, nailing down core equity analysis and finishing with a stock pitch. Then you move into L2, which is all about derivatives and trading. And finally, L3 pulls everything together with a hedge fund strategy workshop that mimics what you've actually be doing on the job. All right, so once you've made it through those core courses, you unlock something really important, the CFOA credential. This is your mark of specialized proficiency. So what exactly is the CFOA? It stands for Certified Futures and Options Analyst. And look, the reviewer makes it clear, this isn't trying to be the CFA. It's different. It's a specialist credential that basically screams to firms, hey, this person knows how to apply derivatives in the real world. It's becoming a key differentiator. And that brings us to the final stage, the most exclusive part of the whole journey. It's the capstone, called the SRP, which stands for the Specialization and Recruitment Program. The whole point of the SRP is incredibly simple, but man, is it powerful. It's designed to give you one thing: direct access to the buy side. It's that critical bridge between learning the concepts and actually getting a seat at the table in a role that is normally almost impossible to get. So what happens in these 10 weeks? It's pretty incredible. You're talking about direct internship placements with actual buy-side firms. You get close mentorship from pros. You're working on live projects, and there are recruiting workshops to get you ready. It even includes this exclusive tool called the Investor Personality Index, something usually reserved for seasoned pros. And just to really drive home how selective this is, take a look at these numbers. We're talking about a tiny group, just 8 to 12 people per cycle who get into the SRP. This isn't for everybody, it's a coveted spot for the absolute top performers. Okay, so that's the program, but what's the bottom line? What's the actual tangible outcome? Let's get right to the career transformation that the reviewer documented. This quote from the person who wrote the review, it really says it all, doesn't it? A recruiter reached out, specifically mentioning my CFO and hedge fund experience as the key reasons I stood out. You just can't get a more direct link between the program and a real career opportunity than that. So here it is, plain and simple, the before and after. The reviewer started out in a corporate finance role, with pretty limited exposure to actual investing. And afterward, a hedge fund analyst. That's a huge leap, and it seems the program delivered both the skills and, just as importantly, the credibility to make it happen. So, when you boil it all down, the review's conclusion is pretty clear. The program gives you the tools, it lays out the path, and it can open the door. But it leaves us with one final big question, and this one's for you to think about. The program provides the tools, but are you ready to do the rest?